Hi, this is Rachel Dula, and I'm doing today a review for the Twilight Saga. And since most people have read it, then I'm going to have spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Okay, that was really stupid. I didn't really need that since I was going to talk about the book anyway. For my other books, I probably won't include spoilers, but since like almost the whole population's read it, spoiler alert. Okay, number one. First thing I'd like to just start with is for the comment box down below. 3 questions. Number 1, what's your favorite team for the Twilight Saga? It could be anyone, Edward, Jacob, Switzerland, or any of the other characters that you like best. I'm Alice. Number 2, what's your favorite book in the series and why? Number 3 is for the haters out there. Which I don't like calling you haters because it's your opinion. So, this is an optional question, number 3. Do you hate the series, and why do you hate the series? Is it because it's overrated, or is it because of all these screaming fangirls? It's up to you. Answer the question how you desire. I'd like to know. Okay, that's it for that. Okay, so let me review book number 1. The original Twilight that they made into a movie. If you haven't heard of this book, I will be thoroughly surprised. So I did see the movie, one of my favorites, but they could have done a lot better. Could have given Alice more lines, my opinion. For this book, I thought that this book was really good, and for those of you who haven't read this book, it's about a girl named Bella, and she goes from Arizona to Forks, Washington, and meets a vampire there named Edward Cullen, and he's in love with her, but he's afraid he's going to kill her, and it's a very good paranormal romance, you know, your typical, just everyday love, but I liked it a lot, and the story of Bella is continued in 3 other books, part of the saga, which brings us to book number 2, which I have the special edition of this book, so this is the glossy cover. I have the other cover over here. This one is basically about Jacob's side of the story, and Jacob is a friend of Bella's who has been a friend since they were little, and Jacob, she finds out later that he's a werewolf, and he saves her from cliff diving and suicide when Edward Cullen leaves her. Edward Cullen leaves her in about the 2nd or 3rd chapter, I don't remember, but he leaves her. So that part, I cried. I am an emotional person. But yes, I did like this book. You get more in depth. I'm not a Jacob hater. I don't mind him. He's good. I love him. I mean, first when he's on, I'm like, oh, Bella, go for him. And then when Edward comes back, it's just like, bam, oh, screw him, Bella. You know, you can have so much better. But it's not reality. So if I had the choice, I'd probably go for a Jacob kind of guy. But that's only because an Edward won't exist. That brings us to book number 3. This one is my favorite book in the whole entire saga besides the original Twilight, and this one is, it has more conflict. I don't even remember what it's really about, which is stupid for a Twilight fan that I am. But I know that it was my favorite in the series, and, you know, Bella wants sex and all this other stuff, and I'm just like, what? Hold on, you want what? And it's just really good, and Jacob and Edward have this huge conflict, and Victoria comes back, you know, and Lauren, he comes back too, and James died in the first one, so told you, spoiler alerts. And then the 4th book, oh, big disappointment for me, big fat 2.5 stars out of 5. If you read the first 3, I would advise you read it because it's just to finish it. You know, you don't want to leave yourself hanging. I know. And I wouldn't have liked to. When this book came out, I was like, oh, yay! And then I read it. I was like, okay, the only chapter I really remember is first hunt when Bella starts hunting. And, because she turns into a vampire, which you find out. Sorry, told you spoilers. Anyway, I liked it, but I didn't love it at all. I just thought that it was just a little too much. there were parts where I just had to stop reading because it would drag on and on for like hours. It felt like I couldn't get like anywhere. I stopped at least 3 times. You know, it got all gross and all this other stuff. So that's done for Twilight. So answer the questions in the comment box. Spoiler alert up there. And this is my first video for Book Junkie 5. My other accounts will be in the description box. Subscribe, rate, comment, whatever. Answer the questions. I'd like to know your opinions. And I am sick, so if I sound sick, I am. Thank you for noticing. Alright, that's pretty much it. I hope you liked the first official review for Book Junkie. And I want to know what books that you liked and you could let me read, because that's kind of why I created this account. I want to tell you books, and trust me, I have a lot of books. I will be posting up a lot of videos, and I won't be using Windows Movie Maker for little flashy effects or whatever, because my Windows Movie Maker does not let me upload on YouTube. Trust me, I've tried a million times. It bothers me. YouTube is making me upset with the canceling of the copyright and the bigger screen so that it looks like my face is smaller. That sounded weird, but I don't care. But YouTube is just making me upset. Oh, if you want to, number 4, put it in the comment box. What is the worst thing YouTube has done to your account? YouTube will probably knock me off the internet for it, but I kind of want to know what YouTube has done to you. Canceled your music, deleted your videos. Dazzle me, in the words of Edward Cullen and Bella Swan. So, let me know, hit me up, and subscribe, and rate, and comment, like I said before, and enjoy yourself. So this has been Rachel Dula, part of Book Junkie 5.